friends, welcome back to another week of Coast Kids Preschool at Home.
Oh yes! Hello, our lovely Coast Kids Preschool friends.
Hey, this week is our last week talking about the days of creation. We've looked at days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've just got 2 more days left that we are looking at today.
Oh,
day
that
6.
must be day 6.
Yep.
And day 7, Phoebe.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what these days are about.
So on day 6 was a pretty big day because a lot happened on day 6.
Oh, tell us,
Some
Phoebe.
of the most important things on earth were made on day 6. What do you think they are?
Oh, tell me, Phoebe, I'm not so sure.
They were animals.
Oh, like cats and
Yep.
dogs and
Yep.
lions and giraffes and elephants and alligators.
All of the animals that you can think of. Pretty cool, eh?
You're very cool, Phoebe.
And something else was made on day 6 as well.
What could that have been?
It was people!
Oh, they are God's most treasured masterpiece, Phoebe.
They are. So people like me and like these guys here. Like we've got Grandma and the kids, Grandpa and the mum. Don't know where the dad's gone, but he's around somewhere. And so God made people and animals on day 6. It's a pretty big day, don't you think?
Yes, he must have been so tired after making all those things, Phoebe.
Yeah, I reckon. And in fact, he was so tired that on day 7, he had a bit of a rest.
Oh, that sounds like such a great idea.
Yeah.
Resting after very hard work. I think he's a very, very wise God.
Yeah, he is. So on day 6, he made animals and people. And on day 7, God rested. He looked at all of the amazing things that he had made and he thought, wow, that's really, really good. And then, you know what? I think he deserved a bit of a rest after making the whole world, don't you think?
I think it's fabulous, Phoebe, and I love that we can look at God and do the same. When we work hard, we can then have a rest too.
Yeah, exactly. So today we need to finish off our globe by colouring in our day 6 and our day 7 and sticking those on. And then we've got a pretty cool activity to do together. So you see these little puppets? I thought it might be pretty fun if we made a puppet of our own together.
Oh, I love puppets, Phoebe. They're very, very special.
They are very special. All right, do you think we should get into it?
Oh, let's go.
Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we just finished colouring in our days number 6 and day number 7 to put on our globe, and we've stuck them on. So as you can see, we've got day number 6 here. We've got all the animals on it. We've got Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were the first 2 people that God created. So we've got them here in number 6, and in number 7, God rested. And so instead of having a picture of God, because that's a bit hard to get, we've got a picture of Adam and Eve and all of the animals sleeping. So isn't that cool? Now we've finished our globe. We've got day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Looks pretty cool, eh? I think that's pretty cool. All right, now it's time to get on to our activity for the day, and I thought it'd be really fun to make a sock puppet together. So I've already made one before, and I'll show you what my other one looks like. Looks pretty funky, eh? Pretty cool, got some nice curly hair just like me. So we're gonna make another one of these today, and then they can be friends. Cool, eh? Okay, so what we're gonna start off with is a sock, and we're gonna turn the sock inside out. And I've got this little piece of cardboard here. Oh, almost dropped it. And what I'm going to do is get my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue the piece of cardboard to the end. And this is going to make the mouth when you flip the sock in the right way. So I've got my hot glue gun here, and I'm going to put lots of glue in the middle. Cool. And I've got that now. And what I'm going to do is just sandwich it onto the end of my sock. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make sure it gets nice and glued on there. And then I'm just going to let that cool for a second while I put in my other glue stick to my hot glue gun. There you go, let that get all warmed up. And I'll show you the rest of the stuff that we've got for our puppet. So I've got these 2 little orange pom-poms, and we're going to stick on these googly eyes to make some really cool eyes. I've got these little bits of orange pipe cleaner to make some funky eyebrows. I've got this little tongue that we're going to put in the mouth, and then I've got these different coloured pieces of wool, and we're going to make some really cool hair. So that's the plan. Let's see if this is all stuck on yet. Yep, that looks good to me, almost. Okay, and now what you're going to do is stick your hand in the sock and be careful so the mouth doesn't come off, and we're going to put it in the right way. And as you can see, now we have a little mouth. I think the next thing to do is to put the tongue in the mouth, I reckon. So, we've got our little mouth there. We've got our little tongue that I've cut out, and I just need to put some glue on one side of the tongue. There you go, I think that's enough. And we're just going to stick it inside the mouth. And push down. And then let it cool. Doesn't look much like a puppet yet, but you can see that our mouth is starting to look pretty cool. Alright, I'm just going to let that cool for a second while we make the eyes together. So I've got my 2 orange pom-poms, I've got my 2 little googly eyes, and I'm just going to glue those on. So a bit of hot glue. And stick that eye on. I'm going to push down really good, and then I'll let that cool for a second. And then we're going to do the other eye. Stick that on. Oop, keep on dropping everything. And there you go, we've got our 2 funky little eyes. So I think what we need to do next, now that the mouth is all cooled down, we're going to stick on the eyes. So I just want to make sure, I'm going to put my hand back in, and we're going to make sure I've got where I want to put my eyes. I think I want the eyes about there. Do you think that's good? Okay, and then I'll quickly pull my hand back out, and then I'll stick on the eyes. Just going to put on some hot glue. And then pop my eyes on. Press them down. And then I'll just let them cool for a second. And now while those are cooling, I reckon we need to make the hair. So I've got some green wool here, and I've also got some blue. And what you're going to need for this bit is a piece of cardboard. And I'm just going to start rolling the wool around this piece of cardboard like this. And I'm going to do some of the green, and then I'll do some of the blue. Okay, I think that's enough of the green. Get my scissors, chop that off. Then I'll just tuck it in there. And then we're going to roll on some of the blue. Okay, I think that's almost enough. Okay, then I'll just chop that little bit in there. And what you're going to do with this last little bit is pull the wool off the cardboard if you can. Almost there. There you go. Keep your hand inside of the wool, and we're going to get this last little bit and roll it around and tie the wool in the middle. Actually, I might just hot glue it. Then I'll make sure that that's all glued down. I'll just press it down into the hot glue with my piece of cardboard. And then I'm just going to let that cool for a second while we look at our eyes. Alright, so we've got now, just trying to be careful so that nothing falls off. We've got now our mouth and our eyes for our cool little puppet. Pretty cool, right? Okay, while we're waiting for the hair to cool down, I reckon we make some eyebrows. So I've got these orange little pipe cleaners, and I'm just going to twist them into a funky little shape, like that, kind of like a little worm. And we'll do the other one. Cool, so I've got two little funky eyebrows like that. I might make this one a little bit smaller. And then we're just going to hot glue them on to the eyes. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue. And then just stick them on. Cool, one done. There you go. Okay, now we're going to let those cool and we're going to go back to our hair. So now we've got this. If you want to, and you're doing this at home, you can leave it like this and it'll go into a cute little bow for the head of your puppet. But what I'm going to do is cut along the sides to make some funky frizzy hair. Got my scissors. Cut one side. Need to cut the other side. And then just need to frizz those up a little bit. And you've got some funky hair. So that's going to be the last thing that we're going to stick on to our puppet. But I'll just show you what we've got so far. Little mouth and some funky eyes and eyebrows. And it's just time to put on the hair. So I'm just going to get a little bit of hot glue, put that onto the hair, and then stick that on to our sock. All right. Just going to let that cool down for a second. So I'll just show you, I'll remind you again, we've already got this one. Got a bit of hair falling off there. Already got this little funky puppet. And now we've got a friend for it to play with. So let me see now if this is cooled down. Fluff up the hair a little bit so it looks all cool. And then let's see if it's ready. Oh, there you go. Doesn't that look cool? Got some funky eyes in here and a little tongue poking out. And then let's see if I can get this one on as well. There you go. Two cool little sock puppets. Now they can be friends. Cool, well it's been so much fun hanging out with you guys today and talking about the 6th and 7th days of creation. I've so loved talking about all of the days of creation, all of the amazing things that God has made with you guys over the past couple of weeks. Now next week we're going to be starting our Advent series, and Advent just means the time before Christmas. So we're going to be talking about all fun Christmassy things and it's going to be great. Can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you have a great week and we'll see you next time. Bye!